My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever stopped and wondered, why did Allah choose you out of billions to exist right here, right now, in this exact body, this exact life, and this exact moment? That wasn't a coincidence. You are not a mistake. You are not just another person passing through this world. Allah created you intentionally, with wisdom and a purpose only you can fulfill. He says in the Quran, "Did you think that we created you without purpose and that you would not be returned to us?" Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:115. You are not here to live aimlessly or seek approval from people. You are here because heaven sent you with a mission written by Allah before the stars ever existed. So carry yourself like someone chosen, walk like someone trusted, live like someone sent. And today, I want to help you remember that truth. Let's reflect on these lessons that will reconnect you with who you truly are. Not the version shaped by people, pain, or pressure, but the one honored and chosen by the one who never makes mistakes. One, you were sent as a beacon, not a burden. The first thing you need to truly understand deep in your heart is this: Allah did not place you in this world by accident. You were not sent here to wander aimlessly, to feel lost, or to live in the shadows of fear, pain, or confusion. You were sent here to shine. You were sent here to carry light, not just for yourself, but for others around you. You were created to be a source of comfort, a reminder of goodness, and a walking example of Allah's mercy and guidance. In the Quran, Allah beautifully says, "It is He who sends down light upon His servant and guides him to a straight path." Surah Az-Zumar 39:22. This means that when your heart is connected to Allah through prayer, through trust, through remembrance, then His light begins to live inside you. That light is not something you always feel, especially during hard times. Yes, there will be days when you feel sad, empty, tired, and spiritually weak. You might feel like you have no value or no purpose, but never forget, your worth is not decided by your emotions or by other people. Your worth comes from the one who created you, Allah, and He never creates something useless. When Allah sends light into someone's heart, He does so with love and trust. And to protect that light, Allah may place you in situations that are uncomfortable. You may go through tests, losses, and challenges, not because Allah is angry with you, but because He is shaping you. Just like gold is purified through fire, your soul is polished through struggle. It's through these trials that your inner light becomes brighter and your character becomes stronger. You were not sent to this world to be a victim of circumstances. You were not sent to walk in the shadows of shame or defeat. You were sent to be a reflection of the divine mercy, strength, and patience. So carry yourself with dignity. Let your words be soft but powerful. Let your actions bring hope, not harm. Even if no one acknowledges your kindness, even if the world overlooks your efforts, Allah never misses a single moment of sincerity. So don't let this world make you feel small. Don't let people convince you that your presence doesn't matter. Because when Allah chose to create you, He intended for you to be a beacon of light in a world that often feels dark. Walk with that purpose. Live with that awareness. Let your presence remind others of Allah, His mercy, His patience, and His love. That is your real mission, not to carry burdens, but to carry light. 2. The way you walk is a reflection of your belief. The way you carry yourself in this world, how you walk, speak, respond, and behave, tells a story about what's inside your heart. It shows what you truly believe, not just with your words, but through your actions. If you believe that Allah is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and watching over you, then that belief naturally changes how you walk through life. It gives you calmness in chaos, confidence in difficulty, and dignity in every step you take. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't just speak beautifully, he moved beautifully. His walk, his gaze, his silence, his mannerisms, everything about him was a reflection of a heart connected to Allah. He didn't rush through life, chasing attention or status. He didn't walk with arrogance, nor did he shrink himself with insecurity. He walked with purpose, grace, and quiet strength, not to impress people, but because he knew who sent him. And this is something you need to remember every single day. When you believe that Allah has chosen you, when you truly know that you are not alone and that your path is watched over by your Lord, you stop seeking the approval of people. You stop walking around with your head down, doubting yourself and fearing judgment. You begin to walk with a kind of peace that doesn't depend on how others treat you. You become someone who is stable in storms, respectful even when disrespected, and strong without needing to show off. This doesn't mean you become proud or arrogant. It means you become grounded. You speak with kindness, but not weakness. You walk with humility, but not with fear. You forgive others, but not because they deserve it, because you deserve peace. And all of this becomes possible when you truly believe that Allah sees you, values you, and has chosen you for something greater. So ask yourself, what does your walk say about your faith? Do you walk like someone who trusts Allah or someone who doubts their own worth? Do you carry yourself with dignity even in hard times, or do you let the world control your value? When you understand your position with Allah, you start walking differently. You become more patient, more calm, more kind, more confident, not because life is easy, but because your heart is firm in the belief that Allah is always by your side. From this moment on, walk as if Allah is guiding your every step, because He is. Let your presence reflect your faith. Let your attitude reflect your trust in Him. And let your character reflect the beauty of Islam. That is the walk of someone who knows they were chosen by the most merciful. 3. Your silence in the face of injustice is still a form of jihad. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the greatest tests you will ever face in life is when you are wronged by people, when someone lies about you, disrespects you, uses you, or takes advantage of your kindness, and you are left sitting with the pain of injustice in your heart. In those moments, your soul screams for a reaction. Your ego begs you to respond, to shout back, to prove them wrong, to defend yourself at any cost. But let me remind you of something powerful. In Islam, not every battle is fought with words. Not every fight is won with anger. And not every injustice needs to be answered immediately. Sometimes silence is your strongest response. Sometimes patience is your most powerful weapon. And sometimes your calmness in the storm is a sign that you've been chosen and trained by Allah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam experienced some of the worst injustices known to mankind. People insulted him, mocked him, plotted against him, threw garbage at him, and even tried to kill him. But he didn't respond with hate. He didn't stand up and shout to defend his ego. Instead, he remained composed. Why? Because he knew that his honor came from Allah, not from people. He trusted that the one who sees all would take care of him. He understood that the greatest victory is not proving your enemy wrong. It's protecting your own soul from falling into darkness. Your silence in the face of injustice is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's a sign that you've placed your trust in the judgment of Allah rather than in the temporary opinions of people. When someone lies about you and you remain calm, the angels are writing. When someone attacks your reputation and you respond with dua instead of drama, Allah elevates you. When someone hurts your heart and you seek healing through salah instead of revenge, you become a friend of Allah. That kind of self-control is not easy, But that's exactly why it's beloved to Allah. Because only the strong can stay silent when everything inside them wants to scream. Only the guided can walk away from a fight knowing Allah will defend them better than they ever could. So don't think your silence is ignored, it's being recorded. Every time you choose patience over pride, every time you choose peace over proving a point, every time you choose to protect your akhirah instead of feeding your ego, you rise in the sight of Allah. And isn't that the only victory that truly matters? From today onward, remind yourself, not everything deserves your reaction. Some things are better left to Allah. Let your silence speak of your faith. Let your calmness speak of your training. And let your peace be a testimony that you were never sent to be a warrior for your ego, but a servant of the Most High. That is true jihad. That is true strength. That is the behavior of someone who acts like heaven sent them. 4. Even your pain has a purpose that the angels are witnessing. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes life gets so heavy that you begin to wonder, why me? You look around and see others smiling, laughing, moving forward, and yet you sit there with a heart that feels crushed under the weight of sadness, stress, or disappointment. You try to pray, but your tongue is dry. You try to smile, but your face is tired. You try to explain, but no one seems to understand. In these moments, it's easy to believe that your pain is invisible, that it doesn't matter, that it's just part of life and nothing will change. But let me assure you with absolute certainty, your pain is never ignored by Allah, not for a single second. In the Quran, Allah tells us that not even a leaf falls from a tree except that He knows it. So what about your pain? What about the tears you hide from others? What about the times you couldn't even explain what was hurting you because the ache was too deep? Don't you think the one who created your heart understands exactly what is breaking it? Allah sees it. Allah hears it. And more than that, Allah is using it to bring out something in you that you don't even see yet. You see, we often mistake pain as a punishment. We think if things are hard, maybe Allah is angry with us. But the truth is very different. Many times your struggle is not a punishment. It's a purification. It's a preparation. It's a sign that Allah has something greater planned for you. But to step into that greatness, something inside you needs to grow. And growth only happens through pressure. A seed has to be buried in darkness before it can grow into a flower. Gold has to be heated in fire before it shines. Diamonds are formed under the weight of the earth, and believers, they are built in hardship. So if you're hurting today, know that this pain is not pointless. Allah is not wasting it. Every time your heart breaks, but you still say, Alhamdulillah, the angels record it. Every time you cry in sujood and say, Ya Allah, I trust you, even when life feels unfair, the angels write it down. Every moment you choose faith over despair, every second you hold on when it would be easier to give up, every time you suffer but still stay kind to others, these are the moments that raise you in the sight of Allah. Don't ever think that because people don't understand your pain, it means your pain has no value. The angels are witnessing what no human eye sees. Your silent battles, your unseen sacrifices, your quiet patience, all of it is being written. And on the day of judgment, when many people come empty-handed despite their wealth and success, you will arrive carrying mountains of reward, earned not through fame or titles, but through pain that you endured with trust in Allah. So carry your pain like a trust. Know that it has a purpose. It is shaping your heart, deepening your connection with Allah, and preparing you for a future that only He can see. Don't walk like someone who's been defeated. Walk like someone who is being refined. Your story is not over. Your light is not gone. And your Lord has never left your side. The pain you're carrying today is building the strength you'll need tomorrow. And that strength is what will make you a true servant of Allah, ready to shine in a world that desperately needs your light. 5. You don't need a stage to make a difference. Your ikhlas is enough. My beloved brothers and sisters, in a world obsessed with visibility, where everyone wants to be seen, heard, followed, and praised, it's very easy to believe that your good deeds only matter if they're public. We've reached a time where people think that unless your work is appreciated online, unless you have followers and likes, unless your name is being mentioned and applauded, then maybe your efforts don't count. But this is not how Allah measures value. This is not how the angels write your reward. And this is certainly not how success is seen in the sight of your Creator. Let me remind you today, in the simplest words, you don't need a stage to be valuable. You only need sincerity. Ikhlas, sincerity, is the most powerful thing a believer can have. It is invisible to the world but priceless to Allah, and it is the one thing that can transform a small act into something massive in the hereafter. A quiet prayer at night, a tear shed in secret, a kind word that no one hears, a dua you make for someone who never even knows. It may seem like nothing to people, but to Allah, it could weigh heavier than mountains. We often look up to public figures, scholars, preachers, and speakers and think they are doing all the work for the ummah. And yes, may Allah bless them. But we forget the silent soldiers of Islam, the mothers raising righteous children in the shadows, the fathers working long hours to earn halal income with honesty, the young man who lowers his gaze when no one's around, the sister who prays Fajr while the world sleeps, the brother who forgives quietly, the elder who gives charity in secret, the one who feeds a hungry cat on the street and never tells a soul. These are the people Allah loves. These are the ones whose deeds shine not in the eyes of people, but in the book of the angels. These are the people who act like heaven sent them, not for recognition, but out of love for Allah alone. And these are the kinds of people whose reward will leave others speechless on the day of judgment. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that on the day of judgment, 7 groups will be shaded under the throne of Allah, and one of them is a person who gave charity so secretly that their left hand didn't even know what the right hand gave. Imagine that level of sincerity. Imagine doing something so quietly with such purity that even your own ego wasn't involved. That is the type of heart Allah elevates. So stop asking yourself, am I doing enough based on what people see? Instead, ask yourself, is what I'm doing for Allah alone? If the answer is yes, then that is enough. Even if no one thanks you, even if no one sees the effort you put into your prayers, your forgiveness, your character, your patience, Allah sees it all. And when Allah sees a sincere heart, He gives it barakah that no stage, no platform, no audience can ever match. Sometimes the most impactful believers are the ones who never speak on a microphone, never appear on a screen, and never hold a title. But their du'as shake the skies. Their good deeds ripple through generations. Their sincerity pierces the darkness in ways the world never even notices. So don't let this world convince you that you're not important because you don't have followers. The angels are following your every step. The earth is recording your every sajda. The skies are witnessing your every tear. And your Lord is counting every silent struggle. The value of your deeds is not written by the world. It is recorded by the one who created you. From this day forward, don't wait for a stage. Don't wait for applause. Don't wait for anyone to validate your worth. Serve Allah in secret. Worship with sincerity. Be kind without an audience. Forgive without attention. And love Allah more than the spotlight. Because when you act for the sake of Allah alone, you gain something this world can never offer: His closeness, His love, and His eternal reward. And remember, the smallest deed done with sincerity is better than a mountain of actions done for attention. You don't need to shine in the eyes of people. You just need to be sincere in the sight of Allah. That sincerity, your ikhlas, is enough. It always has been and it always will be. 6. When Allah chooses you, He separates you. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most painful experiences in life is when you feel like you're being pulled away from people, places, or situations that once brought you comfort. You might notice friendships fading, relationships breaking apart, environments you once loved suddenly feeling heavy or strange. You begin to wonder, what's happening to me? You feel lonely, confused, disconnected. It feels like the world you knew is no longer yours. But what if I told you that this discomfort, this isolation, this sudden shift, it's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that something is right between you and Allah. It's a sign that He has chosen you. You see, when Allah chooses someone for a higher purpose, for a deeper connection with Him, for a greater role in the world, they cannot stay in the same place they were before. He begins to move them, reshape them, and yes, separate them, but not to hurt them, not to punish them, rather to prepare them. Because elevation always requires transformation, and transformation often begins with disconnection. Look at the stories of the prophets. When Allah wanted to elevate Ibrahim, peace be upon him, He separated him from his people and even from his own father. When Allah wanted to honor Musa, peace be upon him, He separated him from Pharaoh's palace. When Allah prepared Yusuf, peace be upon him, for leadership, He separated him from his family and placed him in a prison cell. And even our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when his mission was about to begin, he was separated from everything familiar and sent to a cave alone, where the first revelation descended. So don't fear separation. Don't panic when things start to fall away. Don't beg Allah to let you go back to what He is removing you from. Because when Allah takes something away, it's because He is protecting you from something you can't see yet, or because He's opening a door to something far greater that you're not ready to step into yet. Sometimes the people you lose are not your punishment, they are your protection. Sometimes the doors that close are not rejection, they are redirection. Sometimes the emptiness you feel is not abandonment, it's space being made in your heart for something better. Yes, it's painful, yes, it's confusing, but pain is part of growth. Change is uncomfortable, and the journey toward Allah often begins with loss, not of Him, but of everything that was distracting you from Him. You may feel like you're alone in this process, but you're not. When Allah separates you, He walks with you. When He pulls you away from the crowd, it's so you can hear Him more clearly. When He makes you feel out of place, it's because your soul has outgrown the space it was in. And when everyone else seems to be going left while you're being pushed right, it's because your path has been hand-picked, customized by the one who knows you better than you know yourself. This phase of separation is sacred. It's a detox, a divine pause, a moment for your soul to recalibrate, to turn inward, to remember who you are, not based on people, but based on Allah. And once you reconnect with Him in that stillness, you'll begin to see what He was preparing you for all along. So when the world starts to fall apart around you, don't crumble. When people walk away, let them. When plans break, trust Him. Because if Allah is separating you, it means He's investing in you. It means He sees in you something special, something worth developing, something worth polishing. Your job is not to chase what's leaving. Your job is to remain patient, remain faithful, and remain open to what's coming. Let Allah rebuild you. Let Him teach you through the silence, the solitude, the sadness. Because after separation comes elevation, after isolation comes inspiration, and after every storm that Allah sends comes a sky that is clearer, wider, and filled with light. So walk through this chapter with trust, let go with grace, cry if you must, but never let those tears wash away your faith. You are not being removed, you are being redirected. And when Allah redirects you, it's only ever towards something more beautiful, more peaceful, and more powerful for your soul. And remember, those whom Allah chooses, He protects. Those whom He protects, He purifies. And those whom He purifies, He prepares for greatness not only in this world, but for Jannah itself. 7, every step you take is an answered dua of a righteous generation. My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever stopped to think that your very existence, your breath, your footsteps, your life right now may not be just the result of your own efforts or decisions? You may believe you are here because of your own choices, your education, your hard work, but the truth is far deeper, far more beautiful, and far more spiritual than we realize. You are not simply the result of your own actions, you are also the living answer to someone's sincere dua, perhaps even long before you were born. There may have been someone generations ago, a great-grandmother who wept in tahajjud, a grandfather who raised his hands in the dead of night, a parent who made sincere dua while breaking their fast, a stranger who prayed for the ummah, and they said, Ya Allah, guide my children. Ya Allah, make my descendants righteous. Ya Allah, protect someone I'll never meet, but who will carry faith in their heart. And now here you are, walking this earth, believing, praying, struggling to do the right thing. You are the answer to that dua. You may not feel special. You may not even know who prayed for you, but Allah does. Allah heard that dua when it was made. He saw the sincerity, He stored the reward, and He honored it through you. Every single step you take toward goodness, every moment you choose patience over anger, every time you raise your hands in dua, every struggle you carry with dignity, it all continues the spiritual legacy of someone who never even knew your name, but trusted that Allah would raise someone from their family, from their nation, from their lineage, to walk in His light. That's why you must never take your existence lightly. You must never walk through life thinking you don't matter. You are part of something far bigger than yourself. You are part of the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the final messenger, the greatest of all creation. And that alone means your presence in this world carries a sacred weight. But with this honor comes responsibility. You must walk in a way that continues the goodness that brought you here. You must become a bridge, not just between the past and the present, but between now and the future. The way you live, the way you carry your faith, the way you speak, the way you forgive, the way you represent Islam, it may become the reason someone else finds guidance. Your light may ignite the light in someone else. Your dua may raise the next generation of believers, just as someone's dua raised you. You may never have a big platform, you may never write a book or give a lecture, but if you raise your child with love and Islam, if you are kind to your neighbor, if you teach someone to pray, if you quietly help a soul return to Allah, that ripple can echo for centuries. It becomes a sadaqah jariyah that lives beyond you. It becomes your legacy. And on the day of judgment, you may meet people who say, because of you, I found my way back to Allah. And you'll ask, how? I never met you. And they'll say, you didn't have to. You inspired someone who guided me. So don't ever underestimate your influence, and don't walk this earth casually. Walk like someone carrying generations of du'as. Walk like someone entrusted with the mission. Walk like someone whose every step is watched by angels, and every moment is an opportunity to earn the pleasure of Allah. And remember this, Just as you are the answer to someone's prayer, one day someone will be the answer to yours. So raise your hands often, make dua with full trust. Ask Allah to bring goodness into the world through you. Ask Him to make you a light in the darkness. Ask Him to make your children, your family, your community carriers of His mercy, and then live like the dua is already being answered through you. Because in reality, it already is. You are not walking alone. You are walking with the prayers of your ancestors behind you, with the mercy of Allah above you, and with a legacy that could outlive you. So honor that, carry it with love, and let your footsteps echo like the footsteps of someone heaven sent, because that's exactly what you are. We live in a world that constantly tries to shrink us. It wants to define us by our failures, distract us with noise, and pull us away from our purpose. But today I want you to walk away from this reminder with one truth rooted deep in your heart. You were not placed on this earth by accident. You were sent, handpicked, designed by the most merciful, and sent into this world with a mission that only you can fulfill. You are not a burden, you are a beacon. You are not forgotten, you are remembered by Allah. You are not weak, you are being shaped for strength. You are not invisible. The angels are recording your every effort. You are not late. You are exactly where Allah needs you to be in this moment of your journey. So stop waiting for permission to live like you were chosen. Allah already gave it. Act like heaven sent you because it did. Walk like Allah chose you because He did. And live like your existence is part of a divine story unfolding on earth, because it is. You were created with love, sent with purpose, and are being guided with mercy. So carry yourself with the dignity of a servant who knows their worth is written by Allah. Let your presence be a source of light, your character be a sign of faith, and your struggles be proof that Allah is still investing in you. Even when you feel unseen, walk like you are being watched by the one who never blinks. Even when you feel unheard, speak to Allah who responds to every whisper. Even when you feel unworthy, remember that your worth was written by the one who never makes mistakes. And even when you feel like giving up, remind yourself, you are not here to survive, you are here to shine. So rise, even when you're tired. Trust even when you're scared. Hold firm even when the world pulls away, because your walk, your silence, your pain, your du'as, your legacy, they all matter. And if you ever doubt that again, just look at your own story. You've been through storms and you're still standing, not because you're strong, but because Allah never left your side, and He never will. May Allah allow you to walk the path of those He loves. May He make your heart sincere, your steps firm, and your legacy eternal. May you rise from this life and stand on the day of judgment as someone who lived with purpose, who walked with humility, and who was chosen, not for fame, but for Jannah. Ameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.